Today, I'm going to talk about collecting Australian shillings and how to collect Australian shilling typesets. This is my collection of Australian shillings. Now, some collectors might look at this set and think I am really lucky to have such a set of Australian shillings. Equally, another collector with deeper pockets than me might look at this set and, judging by the grade of the coins, decide it's an unimpressive set, hardly worth having. And that's all right, because one of the great things about collecting coins is that you can do you. Each collector is going to have different access to collectible coins and will certainly be limited in what they can collect by the size of their coin collecting budget. But there is no need to let your coin collecting limits affect your enjoyment of the hobby. And this is where collecting typesets comes in. Let's look at an example of an Australian shilling typeset. First glance, you can be forgiven for thinking it's a full set of Australian shillings, and it's not a typeset. And that is true, but it is also a typeset of circulated Australian shillings of varying and questionable condition. But it's my typeset of circulated Australian shillings of variable and questionable condition, and I love it. Now, let's say I wanted to collect a different typeset of Australian shillings because that's all I could afford. I might choose to collect a set of coins that show all the monarchs that can be found on Australian shillings. I won't need to collect every date, just one example of each monarch. And while I'm at it, I will probably choose the best example of each of the different monarchs that I can manage. So here's an example of that typeset, starting with my best Edward VII shilling. It just so happens that Edward VII only appeared on 1 year, so it must be a 1910 coin. Here we have my best George V shilling. It happens to be from 1924, but could have been selected from any shilling dated from 1911 to 1936. The third coin in this typeset is the George VI shilling, dated 1946, but again, it could have come from any Australian shilling from 1938 to 1948. The fourth coin of this typeset is our beloved Queen Elizabeth II, with the 1953 to 1954 portrait. That is very slightly different to the portrait from the 1955 to 1963 coin, the last coin of this typeset. A small collection of coins for sure, but a valid and enjoyable set of coins to collect regardless.